Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Let's review some scores for Friday night, and then we'll make some picks for Saturday. There's 11 games on the board for Saturday. Some early ones as well, so we'll go through stuff, and we'll see how we do. First, on Friday night, we had New Jersey take on Washington. Washington blanked New Jersey 4-0. We got that one wrong. Anaheim, strong game over St. Louis. They won 4-1. We got that one right. San Jose fell to Arizona 5-2. We got that one wrong. And then Winnipeg took care of Calgary 3-2. We got that one right. So my best bet was San Jose. I got that one wrong. The record drops to 19-11. The regular picks were 2-2, so that record goes to 135-96. And then the parlay that I did, I got Winnipeg money line, and I got the Sharks Coyotes over 5.5. I got that, but the money line on the Sharks I did not get, so the full parlay did not go through. So it was just an okay night, but that's all right. We'll get on to Saturday. Saturday games. First, we've got Buffalo taking on Boston. Boston in their last 10 are 4-3-3 with an overtime decision. Halak is listed to be a net for Boston. Buffalo is 0-9-1 with a current 8-game losing streak. Tokarski is listed to be in net for Buffalo. They're in 8th with 16 points in the Mass Mutual East. Boston sits in 4th with 37 points. The Sabres' last game was a loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins, 4-0, and the Bruins, they played the New York Islanders and lost 4-3 in overtime. The teams have only played once this season and ended in a 4-1 win for Boston. The Bruins sit first in penalty kills still. They sit first in face-offs. They like to control the game. And it looks like Buffalo's making some decisions and looking forward past this year. Boston should win this game. It should not be a problem for Boston to win this game and get a couple points here. That's my first pick. Second game, we've got the Rangers taking on Philadelphia. Philadelphia 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 2-game losing streak. Brian Elliott has been confirmed to be in net for Philadelphia against the Rangers, who are 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak. Chesterkin is listed to be in net for the Rangers. They're in 5th with 34 points in the Mass Mutual East. Philadelphia sits in 6th with 34 points as well. The Rangers defeated the Flyers on Thursday night 8-3, and the Rangers now lead the season series 3-2. In the last 2 meetings, New York has outscored Philly 17-3. Zibanejad has 9 points in the last 5 games, and Panarin is still looking stronger every single game. Shesterkin looked great between the pipes with 44 shots, and I just got to go Rangers here again. I mean, 8-3. I think the game before that was a 9-0 game, so Rangers is going to be my pick. New York, visiting team, second pick. Third game, Vegas against Colorado. Colorado 8-1-1 in their last 10 with a current 1-game winning streak. Grubauer listed to be in net for Colorado. Against Vegas, who are 6-4-0 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Leonard is listed to be in net for Vegas. They're in first with 45 points in the Honda West. Colorado in second with 45 points as well. On Thursday, when these teams met, Colorado won the game 5-1. The Avalanche lead the season series 3-2. Cal McCarr, he looked great when he, especially scoring that breakaway goal in that Vegas game. And obviously the winner of this game is going to have sole position of the Honda West first place position. So I'm going to go home team here, Colorado to beat Vegas again. That's my pick. Next game, we've got Columbus against Detroit. Detroit is 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 3-game losing streak. Rice is listed to be in net for Detroit. Columbus is 4-3-3 in their last 10, overtime decision. Korpisalo is listed to be in net for Columbus. They're in 5th with 34 points in the Discover Central. Detroit sits in 8th with 24 points. The Blue Jackets, they lost their last game, overtime, Carolina 4-3. And the Red Wings played Nashville, but Nashville beat them 7-1. The Blue Jackets lead this season series 2-1. Bernier is still out. If he was in net, and because he was playing pretty good, I might look at this as an upset, but I don't see it as being an upset. Grice has not been playing well, and Detroit's trending down. Columbus should get 2 points here. Visiting team Columbus is going to be my pick. Next game, Tampa against Carolina. Carolina is 7-1-2 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Reimer's listed to be in net for Carolina. Tampa's 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Vasilevsky's listed to be in net for Tampa. They're in first with 50 points in the Discover Central. Carolina sitting 3 points behind them with 47 in second. And the Lightning, they lost to Dallas in their last game 4-3. And the Hurricanes, they won their last game against Columbus 4-3 as well, but in overtime. Tampa leads this season series 3-2. Carolina's playing strong, and they're playing with confidence, and they actually have a really good home record. They're 10-1-3 at home this season. So I'm going to go Carolina here to beat Tampa. Home team Carolina is going to be my pick. Next game, Edmonton against Toronto. 4-6-0 Toronto in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Jack Campbell's listed to be a net for Toronto. Edmonton 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak. Mike Smith listed to be a net. They're in third with 42 points in the Scotia North. Toronto sitting in first with 44 points. The Oilers have not played since the 20th due to postponements as a result of COVID. On the 20th, they played Winnipeg and they won that game 4-2. Toronto's last game was also a win. The Leafs lead the season series 5-2, and the Leafs have won the last 3 times that these teams have met. And Campbell is playing great. He's 5-0-0, and in those 5 wins, he's had 2 shootouts. So I think he's got a .958 save percentage. But Mike Smith is no slouch either. I mean, at the age of 39, he's having a great season. And obviously Edmonton's there is a revenge factor in this game. If there is a revenge factor, it's in this game. I mean, Toronto destroyed Edmonton the last 2 times that they met, and Edmonton's going to want to come in and prove that they can play with a team like Toronto. And Toronto's just, getting back on track, finding their winning ways. Tough pick. I'm going to go Edmonton, visiting team. See what happens there. Next game, Islanders against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 7-2-1 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Jari is listed in net for Pittsburgh against the Islanders, who are 8-2-0 in their last 10. Current 3-game winning streak. Sorokin listed to be in net for the Islanders. They're in second with 48 points, tied with Washington now. Mass Mutual East, Pittsburgh sits in third with 44 points. The Islanders' last game was an overtime win against Boston 4-3, and the Penguins, they beat Buffalo 4-0. The Penguins lead the season series 4-2. The Islanders are still sitting in first in goals against. Pittsburgh, though, Captain Crosby, I think he's got 8 points in his last 5 games. But Sorokin is another hot goaltender right now. I mean, in his last 8 starts, he's had 2 shootouts. He's on fire. I mean, he's playing really well. I'm going to go Islanders here. I think it's a tough pick again, but I think the Islanders are going to win the game. I'm going to go Islanders to beat Pittsburgh. Next game, Nashville against Chicago. Chicago is 4-6-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Lankinen in net, coming off a shootout himself. Nashville is 6-3-1 in their last 10. Current 3-game winning streak. Saros is listed in net for Nashville. They're in 6th with 33 points in the Discover Central. Chicago sitting in 4th with 37 points. The Predators off of a dominating win against Detroit, 7-1, and the Hawks played Florida and won 3-0. That's when Lankinen got the shootout. Nashville has won both games that these clubs have played, 3-2 and 2-1. Keep in mind that both those games were in Nashville. Both these teams are trending up. I mean, this goaltending matchup is probably the best one of the night, I think. The Hawks have a decent home record. They're 9-4-2 at home, and this game is in Chicago. Predators have played really well against Chicago, and they've been playing really well in general. But I'm going to go the home team here. I'm going to go Chicago to win the game. That's my pick. Next game, Florida and Dallas. Dallas is 4-3-3 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Khudobin listed in net for Dallas against Florida. That's 5-5-0, current 3-game losing streak. Drieger is listed to be in net for Florida. They're in third with 44 points in the Discover Central. Dallas sitting in 7th with 30 points. The Panthers coming off their 3rd loss in a row to Chicago, 3-0. Not to Chicago, but just their 3rd loss, their streak. The Stars, their last game was a win over Tampa, 4-3. Panthers lead the season series 2-1. And this will be the first game of a back-to-back as they play again on Sunday. Hornquist is injured. He's not going to be playing. He took a huge hit in that game against Chicago. I don't know if anyone saw that, but that was just a crazy hit. Florida at the point where they're kind of trending down and no one's really standing out on the team right now. And Dallas is coming off a win against a first-place team, Tampa. I don't know if they're going to carry that energy into this game, but I'm going to look to them to do so. I'm going to pick Dallas to win the game. Dallas to beat Florida is going to be my pick. Next game, San Jose against Arizona. Arizona is 4-4-2, current 2-game winning streak. They have a new goaltender, should be his first game, I think. Ivan Prosvetov, I think is how it's pronounced. 22-year-old kid, tall, lanky, 6'5", 175 pounds. Against San Jose, who's 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Devin Dubnyk listed to be in net for them. They're in 7th with 30 points in the Honda West. Arizona sits in 5th with 35 points. This is back-to-back as these teams played Friday. The Coyotes played a strong game themselves and won 5-2. The Coyotes took a 2-1 lead in this season series with that win. Martin Jones definitely didn't have his best game Friday night, but Arizona, I mean, they deserved the win. They played really well. I'm going to look to San Jose to bounce back here and get a win, though. San Jose is going to be my pick to beat Arizona. Next game, we got Winnipeg against Calgary. Calgary is 4-5-1 in their last 10, current 4-game losing streak. David Rittich listed to be a net for Calgary. Winnipeg is 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak. Brossoa is listed to be a net for Winnipeg. They're in second with 44 points in the Scotia North. Calgary sitting in 6th with 33 points. This is another back-to-back here. Winnipeg won Friday night 3-2. And this will be the second game in a 3-game set. Jets play Calgary again on Monday before heading home from this road trip. The Jets lead this season series 4-2. I watched the end of that game. I watched a bit of all the games on Friday, but I watched the end of that game, and the Jets just looked like they were outplaying Calgary, and Calgary was getting really frustrated. I mean, if there was a collection of stupid penalties, Lucic would have made that list by that double minor he took in the third period today. It was just a stupid penalty. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like the new coach is doing what he needs to do for the club either. So I don't know how long that's going to last. But I just see Winnipeg getting another road win here. Winnipeg is going to be my pick to beat Calgary. Winnipeg to beat Calgary, San Jose to beat Arizona, Dallas to beat Florida, Chicago to beat Nashville, Islanders to beat Pittsburgh, Edmonton to beat Toronto, Carolina to beat Tampa, Columbus to beat Detroit, Colorado to beat Vegas, the Rangers to beat Philadelphia, Boston to beat Buffalo. I'm going to make Winnipeg my best bet. We'll see what happens. It's at the end of the day, so it's one way to finish the day. I'm going to do 2 little parlays. I'm going to do Boston puck line -1.5 at 1.68. I'm going to do Chicago money line at 1.83, Dallas money line at 1.9. The other one, I'm going to go Carolina money line at 2.0. The Rangers money line at 1.74 and Columbus money line at 1.64. And I'll do something with Winnipeg, but the odds aren't out on Bet365 on that game yet, so I'll see and I'll make some decisions in the morning on that. Hope everyone has a great start to the weekend. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Talk soon. Thanks.